up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Wiley Show. We are back with another video. All right. Okay. All righty. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure this green screen, y'all can see this green screen. Y'all, this is everywhere. Y'all, bear with me. Bear with me, people. Yes. Okay. There we go. All right. Well, welcome to another episode of The Wiley Show. We are back. Woo, Lord. Forgive us for our tardiness, but we are here. Now, I want to say, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that is here. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So I want to talk about Tasha, get into Tasha K video that she did last night. Then we're going to also get into Tamar Braxton. Her show. But let's first of all, let me get into Tamar Braxton's show. Let me do that first because that was on here. Now, everybody know I was loving Get Your Life, Tamar. Tamar, Get Your Life. Now, David was something. He was a character on this show that I just did not like. Now, he was talking about Vince. He did not like Vince. He did not like Vince coming to his house. And, Mona Scott was trying to have a conversation with Tamar because Tamar kept saying she don't want to do the show. She want to end the show. She don't want to do it. And when it got to the part, they was going to go to, then it said that she was going to go to Trina's house for the bachelorette party. So she was going out of town. Of course, we didn't see the bachelorette party because that is what they're going to show on Braxton Family Values. Now, Tamar, back in April 2019, they lost their niece. It was an accidental overdose, and the niece was only 24 years old. So Tamar was talking about that. Now, mind you, this is on her new show, Tamar Get Your Life, right? Okay, and it was only 6 episodes, so we're going to get into it. Tamar asks David about Gola, because Gola is the one that does the witchcraft. Well, he thinks she does witchcraft. She does the dreams and stuff like that. Then they say Tamar, she came back from the bachelorette party. It was a fight between her and Tracy. And that was the first time in months that she's seen her sisters. Then Mona Scott summons her to a meeting to the office because Tamar was doing something that, not really participating in the show and really was ending the show. Then it was like Mona Scott wanted to speak to Tamar, invite her to the office, like, oh, let me chit chat with her. Because, this is the investment. This is the money. That's Boss Lady. That's the one that got the show together. Then they say this happened. Then she showed the clip where David and Tracy's husband was having a conversation. Now, mind you, Tamar did not know that David was talking to Tracy's husband. And so they had a conversation. And in that conversation, Tracy's husband said they need to have a way where Tamar and Tracy get along because obviously it's some division there. And so this is what Tamar said. Tamar said, it's been 25 some years. I was in high school. And I'm not going to go all the way back to that because what they're talking about is when Tracy and all Taronda, Tamar, Tony, and Trina, when they all got signed to a record label, Tracy could not sign or because she was pregnant. They did not really get in Tracy corner for them to get signed. So it was a big thing when it came to that, when it came to them getting signed. Now, mind you, this happened 25 years ago. This didn't happen yesterday, last week, 25 years ago, when Tamar was still in high school. But Tracy is still holding on to something that happened to her 20-some years ago. Now, let me be crystal clear. Can you still be bitter and upset for things that happened to you 2 decades ago? Yes. I still hold on to some stuff that happened 20-some years ago. But you got to let it go. Because if you don't let it go, you ain't going to heal. You're going to be bitter. You're going to be sad and all of that. So that's one thing that I wish that, Tracy, she talked with her sisters about that and she's going to have to get over it. Cause baby, it's been in the early 90s. We about to be in 2021. It's best to get over it, because if you still holding on to that, get over it. None of your sisters that ain't signed today. Most of them are independent. Just get over it. Okay? Now, you the one that decided to get pregnant. You the one that decided to have a family. And don't get upset with your family because you want to open up and have a family. You the one that decided to do that. Okay? Now, it's only 6 episodes of this show. Why? Because Tamar did not want to do the show. And I'm like, what the world going on? She didn't want to do it. She got up to there. She half did the show. She did not want to do it in the first place. And then she was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this. I don't want y'all coming here. I don't want y'all doing it. So then it was just 6 episodes. It should have been more than 6. It was so short because I wanted to see Gola make up with David, etc. That's just so much stuff that I want to see in the show, but could see because it was a short and sweet episode. Okay. I wish that it was more. Now, it's something else that I do want to talk about. Let me pull the picture up. I want to talk about Cardi B. Give me a second. I want to pull the picture up. I want to talk about Cardi B. Let me first of all say this. Cardi B is back in the news again because she decided to go live and say that she beats her husband, and that she beats him, or she does this, and that he's not the only problem, that that she's the problem too, that she does things. And let me say this to Cardi B. Cardi, you need some serious help. Like, you need help in your life. You're going through much. You saying this now, you're probably saying this because your husband doing things and you're standing up for yourself. But I personally believe you, Cardi B, need to go get some help. And you telling social media this stuff that we should not be privy to. I think you should tell this stuff to your therapist. Now, you telling us this stuff. I don't think you should be telling us this. I think you should tell your therapist. That's what I think. You telling us this, you should be telling your therapist about this. That's just me. I wasn't expecting they cut. So when she said that she was going live, and then you already know Cardi B and Offset, they are in a relationship where they having many, many issues. It's nothing more you can say to stop it, because this is the stuff that they are in. Now when it comes to Cardi B, definitely, I guess what she's saying is, I'm not the only one that have issues in the problem. I'm not the only one that have issues. So, but I do want to read this, and this is in TMZ, because this is according to TMZ. He said, Cardi B, my relationship isn't abusive. It's really about this. Cardi B is getting back with Offset. Have some of her fans accusing her of saying in a mentally abusive relationship, but Cardi fighting back as she can. The rapper posted a video late Thursday to remind fans and haters alike she's going to live her life on her terms, no matter what anyone thinks about her, reconciling with her husband. This is according to TMZ. Cardi marked the comments she's saying online, saying Twitter users be like, Cardi, you are in a mentally abusive relationship. Oh my God, we got to save you. Then she made it clear that they got it all wrong. I'll be all right, because I could F him today, because I need to have at sex. I'm gonna make it very clear. Before I was a celebrity, this is Tasha. This is Cardi B. I was a crazy A Cardi B, the same B you see on TV, on Instagram, talking ish, doing crazy ish. I'm still a little bit more kind, but still the same. I don't know why you expect something different. This ain't Disney. Then TMZ continues with this. Cardi also made a totally sarcastic apology to her fans. Say, I'm going to just give you an apology because y'all want me to live my life the way you live yours. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. I don't want to be neither. You got to get to the point. She's sick of getting flack for getting back with Offset. She's already denied doing it for attention. She said the reason she been flip-flopping is because she's a crazy bee. By the way, she gave a hilarious shout out to the guys sliding in her DM. So it's really, really a lot. And like I said, she needs to get her life together quick, fast, in a hurry. Because I'm tired of seeing her in the news saying all this crazy stuff. Just keep your mouth shut. If you with your husband, you back with your husband, it's your there you go, happy duty. Okay, you back with your. But if you're just gonna sit here and just criticize and say all these type of stuff towards your fans, you're only gonna make the issue worse. Because at the end of the day, you tell your fans so much of your business. Why now you want to be quiet about your business? That's the price pay. When you tell them all your business, they're going to be in your business. They're going to know what is exactly going on. Now, give me a second, because I'm gonna have the phone lines open, and I'm gonna get into this last story with Tasha K. I'm gonna get into that story. When you tell your folks the business, guess what? They gonna be in your business. When you tell them and you sharing all that stuff with them, you cannot get upset when they keep asking you questions about your business, because you sharing it to them. You got to know how to keep some stuff closed. You got to know how to keep some closed and don't share nothing. So that is the thing that you have to learn. And I don't think she would ever learn that lesson, because she keep getting into the same situation, because why? She keep running her mouth. And you got to stop running your mouth when it comes to these things, okay? You got to stop.
Your show now. Press 1 to hear important.
Your show is scheduled to start in
now we're going to get
27
into
seconds.
the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And that is, to me, let me see if I can pull the young woman to the screen. We're going to get into that really quickly. Let me see if I can find her photo, because
your show will go
Tasha
live in
K
5 seconds. 4,
interviewed the lady
3,
from
2,
the Real
1.
Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Blog Talk
Okay.
Radio.
And so I want to bring up her picture, Mary Cosby. Okay, here we go. Bring her picture up here. Now, everybody's talking about this new show, and everybody's talking about this new show. All right. So Mary Cosby, that is her name. And so Tasha K interviewed Mary Cosby. You see the lady on the screen, her cousin. And she married her grandmother's second husband, okay, aka her granddaddy. Now, that's her step granddaddy she married. So that is what, again, let me repeat it again. This lady on the screen married her grandmother's second husband. Now, the guy that got interviewed with Tasha that's the cousin, and he got adopted by the grandmother and his grandfather. Okay, she adopted him, and her name is Rosemary Cosby. Now she have a Pentecostal church, and Robert Cosby, which is the one she's married to, Mary Cosby married to, they got married because the grandmother, she died in 95, and the grandmother married Robert Cosby, her husband, was 20. They had a 20-year difference in age. Then she got the money. This woman got the money. And her mother left the church. Her mother left the church once they found out that she married her granddaddy. And she got paid, according to the cousin, told Tasha K that she got paid 6 figures to marry her granddaddy. Then the cousin said on Tasha K that she bleached her skin. Then she said she disappeared for 3 years. She was a beautiful chocolate woman, but then she came back with the bleached skin. They said that she's on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and that she did that to be a different type of person. Then the cousin, which I thought the cousin was how you doing. I thought he was how you doing, but he wasn't. He said that his grandfather, Robert Cosby, her husband, used to beat him to be straight. Used to beat him and his brother to be straight. They said that he would take them on trips, beating them to beat the gay out of them, that he was a homophobe. And then the cousin that was spilling tea, he said 2% of the family only like him. Only 2% out of the entire family only likes him. And that's probably because he's spilling tea. Kind of reminds me of me telling the family business, telling the family secrets. So if you're willing to say all of that, you ain't gonna be invited to no Thanksgiving meal. Then he said they had a fight over his grandmother's estate because the grandmother had restaurants, businesses, and the church. So it was a 10-year, a decade of them fighting over their estate. And again, this is for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Then it said all of that happened, and then he was just giving his story, pouring his story out, and then he gets to something else. Then after all of that, he said that. Then Tasha K thanked him and said, "Thank you for coming on the show." Then she gets into something else. Let me see. Let me counsel this. Then she get into what happened last night. Now let me pull that up. Let me put something else on the green screen right quick. Then she talked about what happened last night. Now, last night, something happened where it was a lady that her name was Brandy from Bad Girls Club. We reported on it. I think we were one of the only bloggers. I think we reported on it another blogger. But when it came to that, the cousin did not have any receipts. The receipt was him talking and bringing it up. Now, I did Google, before we get to the next story, I did Google the church. I did talk about the church and all of that. So I did bring all of that up. When it came to like the church, and I looked at his website and looked at the church website, and then I saw the picture of the granddaddy, all that. Not an ugly guy, but why would you marry your granddaughter? So I saw all of that. So that was that piece. Now we're gonna get into the last subject. Now this is something with Tasha K was in the news last night because she was interviewing this artist. I mean, not artist. She's a reality star, Brandy from BGC season 5. She was interviewing her, and she, according to Tasha K, she said 6 days ago she reappeared. She was getting bullied. And she said, not knowing that Brandy is sick, she said she jumped on FaceTime because she had that she had some tea to spill, and she said it looked like she haven't been eating at all. She said she just had a custody battle with her children. Then she said that they were talking 45 minutes, and she said that according to Brandy, Bad Girls Club ruined her life. She said she was crying and drinking, and she proceeded to take 2 bottles of prescription medication. She said that she said, quote, "I don't want to live anymore." And she took the alcohol and 2 bottles of prescription medication. Then Tasha K said while she saw that, she contacted her police, call 911. They transferred her to the city that she was in, Gardena, California. Then when they did that, then they put on hold. Then finally she was able to get in contact with somebody. And all of that was going on. Now everybody is asking her questions like, what really happened? Some of her critics saying that she got that woman drunk to spill tea, to spill wine, and the woman tried to, off herself and tried to overdose because Tasha K was getting in her head, telling her to do this. And I challenge that perspective, and I say this: Tasha K is a grown woman, and that woman, Brandy, is a grown woman. How would she know that sister was going through mentally and that the sister have an alcohol problem. You know, she's an adult. She can't stop somebody now. It wasn't going on in her house. This was a virtual conversation, probably taped for an interview. You say I'm gonna say probably because she said they had a 45-minute conversation. You best believe that probably was recorded for an interview. Tasha never said the word interview. She said it was on FaceTime, but many people, including myself, are saying that it was an interview. So Tasha K posted her address. I don't know how she got the woman address. I don't know if she doxed her. I don't know. But what I do know, Tasha K got on the platform and she cried, and she had the woman's address on the video, and she put it out there, and she asked her followers to contact the cops. And so her followers must have did it. And of course, some people call this the Wiley Show, saying people started to get into their cars. And then eventually they said she received help. Now, when we did the live, some people called in and said that they don't like that Tasha K did that they feel as though that Tasha K should have kept that private. But I also challenge that. If you're trying to get somebody help and you have a massive platform and other people probably can help you, then rush to your platform and get the person some help. And the reason why I don't think that she was faking it, because Tasha K was giving her own story of what was going on in her childhood. And so when she was giving her personal story about her mother and she had a flashback, I don't believe Tasha K was lying about that. I believe she really was telling the truth. I believe she really was giving us the real deal. Now, I do believe she probably needs to tell some of her guests to stop drinking in front of you, because everybody, again, don't know how to control their alcohol. They don't know. And when you're interviewing somebody that when they drink, and some people just don't know how to handle it, and it goes up and up and up. Now, mind you, Brandy said that she have an addiction to alcohol. I think she said she was an outpatient for alcoholism. Then Tasha K said, Brandy did send her a text, and she said that the producers of Bad Girls Club made her all in her head and literally messed her up. That she said once she got off that show, she really changed for the worse. She said once she did that show, and then Tasha K said she talked with her mother, and her mother said, hey, she don't want to be recorded, but she confirmed that after she got done with that show, she did not want to be on to live anymore. Her mind was just totally went another way. So with all that being said, I really am praying for Tasha, praying for Brandy, because it's really, really a lot when you're going through all of these things. And even with myself, you know, on medication, this is why I was a little late on the show. It's because, yes, I took the pill, I go to sleep. I don't be up as much, you know. Taking the meds. So I went to sleep. I got up earlier today because we're able to get up, and I looked at the show, but I sleep a lot. Okay. I sleep a lot. And so that's exactly what I do. I get up and I sleep. So when I'm on the medicine, on the Zyprexa, I'm up, you know, sleeping and stuff like that. So I get it. And you got to make sure you're complying with your meds. But what if I try to drink with that? That's not good. So I'm looking at what she said and how she broke down the situation. And some people did not like what Tasha K did, but others did like, and they were giving her praises, said, thank you for saving that woman's life. Because I believe that Tasha K saved that woman's life, because if she did not call the paramedics and got the people there at the right time, there's no telling, we will probably be planning a memorial or a funeral for someone. So I don't know if the interview ever is going to come out. I don't know if we ever going to get an interview, but what I do know is this, that Tasha K, she posted it on the platform that she did gave us a backstory of how bad that woman's mental health is. And this is what I tell people: before you sign up for these reality shows, know what you're signing up for. and make sure your mental health is intact. But if you know that you're not strong mentally, I don't think you should sign up for no show. I don't think you should participate in no show. If you hearing voices and you cannot control your liquor, why would you sign up to something that is going to be potentially going to be stressful? Now, I feel like you should sign up if you get your mental health in order, and that's just the point about it. You have to do what you have to do to save life. Yes, and I 100% agree, and I stand with Tasha K on that she stood up for that woman, and she fought, she told her subscribers what was going on and to get the woman some help. She did everything possible, and that's what you're supposed to do. But so many people are so conditioned to not help the next person that they won't even put it out there to help. You know what I mean? So it's good that she went out and there and got and helped her. It's great. Now, some people that are detractors gonna say, "Oh, she lying. She doing this for clicks and views." I personally don't believe that Tasha K was doing that for clicks and views. Because what's the reason? She don't need to do it for clicks and views. Her views are good. Go to her video. Give me a second. She don't need to do this for clicks and views. Her views are good. If you look at her views, give me a second. Her views are good. Let me see. I'm going to go to her channel and I'm going to read some of her views. Her views, she just did an interview with somebody that got over 100,000 views. She did 106 views. Then she did an interview, did another exclusive 192,000. Then she did another 139,000. Did a 205,000, 263,000, all of that. So she gets views. And what I want y'all to understand is, regardless of what you say about her, she's getting the viewership. So when people get up on these platforms and they say these things, hey, she's doing views, you got to look at her views that she's getting them. So let's go to the phone lines. If anybody want to call in, the number is 646-716-8447. The number is 646-716-8447. Let's go to the phone lines. 2948, call you on the air.
Hello, good day. I just want to say Tasha K is like an actor. So, you see, negative people love negative energy, you understand? And based on my observation, Tasha K, she loves negative energy. Most of her subscribers, if not all of them, are negative. She can pull off a show. She can pull off a show and make it look real. She's very fake. So you see that crying and so, Tasha K is fake. If she was on fire, I wouldn't spit on her because I would think that she was on fire. That woman is fake. That woman is disgusting. That woman sick my stomach. Tasha K, she's very fake. You understand? And that is my opinion. If she was on fire, I wouldn't spit on her to save her.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you. Okay, the caller said Tasha K is, you heard what the caller said. The caller get through all the time. Yes, just had Mary Martha Cousin / on her show. Yes, she did. She have definitely had a lot of people up on the show. Let's see. Yeah, she had 842,000 subs, and she gets on my nerves sometimes though. That's a reach. Why she is doing this for attention? Why would she play suicide for a view? Views are like an addiction, Wiley. You say it yourself. You got to get the click of view. Yeah, but I don't think that she did that for views. She don't need to do it for views because she getting the views. If she was struggling in viewership, then I would get up and say she ain't struggling. She gets the viewership. So me personally, I don't think so. If she was getting, let's just say, if she was getting 60,000, 50,000, or 40,000, then I would say it's an issue. But she's getting hundreds of thousands of views. So I don't believe that she would do this for what reason. She ain't dropping no interview. This woman, Brandy from Bad Girls Club, who in the world's watching it? So I don't believe so. I don't believe it. Now you probably could believe that, but not me, because I don't see that. The number is 646-716-8447. That is the number. If anybody want to call in, that is the number. But I personally know I don't see it. Yes, she's getting views. This is kind of messy though. Yes, she's getting views. So I don't personally believe that she needs to do it for views, because she's getting just that. And when we reported on it, I was heard that she was crying. She was distraught. She was, very sad, because that was a serious situation. They said other blogs picked it up, though. No other blogs picked it up, though. Right. I don't think, we picked it up because, like I said, I saw it and it was dealing with mental illness. And I said, why not I come out and give an opinion? Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Hey, I really appreciate that you keep bringing up this subject. In the past couple of days, what happened with Tasha and the situation, because suicide is something that people often will turn around and say, oh, they're doing this for attention, or they're doing this for one reason or another. It's always a cry out for help if they're not successful at it. And we need to keep remembering that Tasha K did exactly what she needed to do. The world would be criticizing her if she did something different. She had to get on live. It was life or death. She wasn't getting through to any of the authorities. The other thing I want to say really quick, Wiley, I do want to commend you once again for this. I remember a few months ago, I was on a random channel, and the person was feeling very low. I'm not going to say any names, but they were feeling very low about themselves. It was like 2 a.m, Wiley, and you called in, you hit that person's link, and you encouraged that person to go get help. I don't know if you remember who I'm talking about. It was really late at night, and you hit that person's link. The person is not popular at all, but you put your differences aside, and you called in, and you encouraged that man to go get help. And it's reasons like that I continue watching, because I know you roast and gag and things like that, but you also bring important subjects to the forefront. And nobody can change that about you. That is who you are. You are here to make a difference in this world, and you're doing it. So thank you.
Thank you. And the number, thank you so very much for that, ma'am. And yes, I do remember I made that phone call, because you can have difference with someone, and then you can look at the situation and say, hey, let me call this brother, let me call this sister. Yes, thank you.
Okay, have a great day.
All right, you too. All right, so I'm reading in the comments. Somebody said, well, Wiley, this was after 2 lying scandals that she had. I don't believe that this is a lying scandal. I believe this is a real situation. And it's just my personal opinion when it comes to it, because that's how I feel. Now, if I would have felt like if she was lying, I would have said so, but I don't feel that she was. I feel like this was a very serious situation. I believe so. Let's go. We got 2 callers in queue. Let's go to this one. 6040, call you on the air. 6040, you live on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. Oh my God, I finally got in. First off, I would like to say, Carly B, the things that she's doing now in her 20s, she's gonna regret in her 40s. And I commend Tasha K for what she did for the young lady. She stepped into action, and I'm just glad she did, because mental illness is very serious.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's very serious. And I love your show. I'm so in love with you, and I'm calling from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yes. Well, thank you for calling in. And I think like some people, they're probably the ones that if somebody have a mental health crisis, they're like, oh, she just playing. That girl just doing that for attention. They probably be one of those.
Probably so, but still, it goes. Black people don't talk about it, and people walk around and suffer every day. They just don't talk about it though.
That's the truth.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so far as that Carly B, I am so sick and tired of her and that man. That young lady gonna regret some things in her life when she turned 40. Trust me. But thank you. You have a blessed day.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, so but this is, I hear the point about Cardi B, but again, I look at it as you're in your 20s. I think that's a decade. You can make a lot of mistakes. I just hope that she don't go into her 30s making the same mistake that she was making in her 20s. Because I feel the maturity of me entering into my 30s versus me being 21. It's a lot. I lived a little while to notice that it's some things that I will do, some things that I will not do. So, and another piece when it comes to mental health, mental illness, and all of those things, please be compliant with your medicine. Me personally, it took me years, a long time, to me to comply with my medicine because I always had doubt. I was like, I don't need this. This ain't me. This slowing me down. Even though I sleep throughout the day, I sleep more. I'm like, it's needed. And, and then I got to do exercise because I've gained like 30 pounds. Because with those meds being on there, you gain weight. Your appetite increases to the point where you can eat 3, 4, 5 times a day. My appetite increases very much. And that's one of the side effects of Zyprexa. Your appetite increased. So I have to add in walking and, the walk and everything like that. So I can lose some weight because I gained some weight. All right. This is our favorite caller. All right. Go ahead.
040.
Hello. You got to be playing in the background.
Hello? Yes.
Yeah, you gotta be playing in the background. Hello. All right. So I gotta add the dieting with the medicine. So that's one of the things. And you gotta do self-care. I feel so much better doing it. Hopefully I can find a job where, because I literally be like drowsy with the medicine. So I had been looking for jobs, go back to work because that's what I'm doing. Trying to find some sitting down jobs. So I've been on Indeed looking for jobs. So I've been doing that, but then I've been like sleeping. And like today, I really was tired because that medicine was in my system. By the time I got up, I was like, Dick, I got to do this show. Because I was going to do the show at 7 because I was up, but then I was dozing off. And I was like, woo, let me do it at 10. Then I got up, having all them good dreams. Zyprexa have you dreaming and dreaming and dreaming. And so I finally hit the link and we came on through it. And I love you all for that. And another piece I did get to watch, and I'm going to say it in this video. I was watching Storm Monroe was on Roseanne's show. Storm Monroe was on Roseanne Barr's show. Y'all know Roseanne from the Roseanne show. She was talking with Storm on her channel. And I watched it. First of all, I was shocked. So I had to take a good friend of mine and take them to go take care of some business. So I was able to watch the entire video. And I wouldn't even call it an interview. It was a conversation, and Storm was giving out some of his conspiracies. And the way it opened up, it said that Roseanne was talking about, I don't want to talk about this, the D word. I don't want to give no D jokes. I guess that's somebody in her staff. It was super funny. She stood up to show how much she weighed. And so I'm super excited. I was literally shocked. I'm like, Storm on it. And she watched the Storm Monroe show. And that's Roseanne. That is Roseanne. So it shocked me that she watched. And this is what I'm going to tell you. You just never know who is watching you on YouTube. You just never know. And so Tasha K wrote something on her platform. She wrote something on her Twitter, on her Instagram. Let me bring that up. Give me a second. And she wrote, let me see. Where is that at? She wrote this. She said, my boy is official. I'm officially retired from being his mentor. Sky's the limit, Storm. See you at the top. And be sure to always pay it forward to someone else. That's how you keep your blessings coming in. All right. I'm taking you off the boobs. Congratulations, Storm Monroe TV. Now, who should I take on next? I'm super, super, super happy for Storm. I am super happy for him because he deserved all of this. He deserved it. He do. He definitely deserved it. I'm super excited now. I think she's an incredible mentor because of some things that she can teach you, the editing, the marketing, the different things. And if you just listen to her, you can learn. Even if she can't, if she said, hey, you can't be the mentor, you still can study her format and study her ways and how she developed her product. Her product is off the chain. Like, I'm trying to get my quality up there. That's why I'm trying to go back to work to get that steady paycheck. They mentioned Jaguar. What did you make of that? They mentioned Jaguar. And what she was talking about is, I think, is because of the industry. Because Storm was exposing stuff in the industry with Jaguar, right? And Roseanne, she loved when you expose stuff in the industry because she got her take of the industry. Some things when Storm Monroe would mention, Roseanne will not answer. She would just give her face. Roseanne was smoking her cigarettes, and she was right there. Right there. And I generally like Storm. And many people say things about him, but I don't feel that way. I think the brother is intelligent. I think the brother is talented. And there's nothing wrong with me giving him his props and giving him that advice and telling the brother to go forward and keep going. You know, and I think it's awesome for him. He's almost at 200,000 subscribers. It's just his season. And the thing that I'm learning is, why be mad or upset when somebody is in their season? Because when you have your season, guess what? You're going to have to reap what you sow. Like y'all was telling me about the sleep with your friends and all of that. You got to reap what you sow. So that's the same thing when people having a spirit, they having their glory days. You got to be right there. Okay? So I just think that's just awesome for him. And he just happened. Roseanne said that she appreciates Storm and she's not afraid to speak truth. Absolutely. And that is, to me, is great on his resume because Roseanne worked in television, made a lot of money in television. So that brother, yes, he's going to wind up on television. Yes, he's going to wind up on a sitcom. And I'm going to be right there rooting him on. Why? Because I think it's awesome. I think it's great. Because he stayed focused on what matters, and that is the content. He picked up the interviews. He interviewed a lot of people. So he just do an interview after interview after interview. And now he can say, I was on Roseanne Barr's show. And now he can pick up some more stuff. That's incredible. Let me see. I saw that all the comments too. He has a good work ethic, consistent. He plans. He was already on the road to success with guidance for real, Tasha, but he was already going up and up and up. Thanks for supporting mental health awareness in the Black community worldwide. Thank you so very much for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm reading some of y'all comments in the chat. Reading some of y'all comments. And while we're at it, don't forget, we will be covering the election. Okay? We will be covering the election on November 3rd, the 2020 election. We're going to have a special guest. We're going to have Blue Skies with us. It's going to be on YouTube, and it's starting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I want y'all there in the building. We will be covering the election. So I want you all to be there It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a live coverage. We're going to be talking about it, and hopefully we'll be celebrating a new administration. If not, we'll just have to just fight hard in this the returning administration. So that is going to be November 3rd at 7 p.m. We want to also thank the producer for making this flyer. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, too, a little for people that are here, our birthday is November 11th. I will be 30 years old. If you want to be a blessing to us, you do so on that day, and that will be November 11th. I will be 30 years old. And so it's going to be great. We're going to have a special live on that day starting at 8 o'clock, and I would love to see you all there. All right. Storm did that as well. I say I like the picks to choose for beef carefully instead of fighting every attack. Focus, focus, focus. Storm did not say that about Neek. They said, but she got booted off TV. Maybe don't take that advice. Her advice, Storm. Yes, I can't wait for the election coverage. I learned everybody's opinion politics get confusing for me. Somebody says someone is real bitter on Tasha and Storm, but the bitterness will keep them relevant. We keep them relevant. They said, see the record, please. They said, eat my food in peace. You should wear your political suspenders that night. They said, everybody watches Storm, even Star sends him a shout out. Yeah, like people, they have to watch because he had the exclusive. He had the exclusive. So having that exclusive, you have no right to shout him out. He had the hottest interview of the year. He had that Jaguar right, and that Jaguar right was spilling a lot of tea, wine, alcohol, coffee. She was just spilling it all over. So he had every right to do it. Every right. They said, thank you for raising awareness on mental health. Thank you. No, thank you. I'm sending you the same shirt for your birthday. What size do you wear? Well, yes, but 2XL is perfect for Wiley. That is a 2XL. Because this shirt that I got on, our producer sent it to me. It's a 2XL, and it fits really good. They sent me a whole bunch of white shirts. I'm like, what am I going to do with these white shirts? I'm going to wear them. Okay, that's what you see with the same shirt over. It fits very well. They say you, Storm, and Tasha K are Black excellence, pulling up the community. Thank you. And so I'm happy for Storm. I really think I'm super, super excited for him. I'm super excited for him. There's nothing else I can do for him. All right, let me see. 2948, call you on air.
Yeah, I called to say, Tasha K not talking about Cardi B. That's BS because Tasha K has Storm doing it. Things that Tasha K don't want to bring on her channel. Why talk about it when you have a puppet that can do it for you? Let me tell you, the only two YouTubers that I see come off as negative is Nick at Night, Storm, actually three, Nick at Night, Storm, and Tasha K. They and Arman Wiggins, he came up as negative. And that's one. So why talk about Cardi B when you have your puppet doing it for you? You don't see Tasha K make all the YouTubers come like they're running competition against each other. She's very toxic. You don't see toxic. You don't see how toxic she is.
So
she's very toxic.
So but what I want to say is, but you watch her though.
No.
You watch it, yes, you do.
Going to create a YouTube.
Don't deny it. You do watch it.
I am going to create a YouTube channel.
Do you watch Tasha? Do you watch her?
No, I don't. Let me tell you.
Well, how do you know she talks if you don't watch her?
I know. Because the last time with Cardi B situation, I started to come like she wanted to cry. Oh, bitch, I know it was fake. Let me tell you. You see, between Tasha K and Wendy Williams have her source. You don't go on and try to destroy somebody like just to come up. That is what Tasha K does. come out with
All
lies,
right. I feel you
lies.
on that, but my thing is this: I disagree. I believe Tasha K is an amazing content creator. I don't agree with everything she does, but as a black woman, she's
Let me ask
great
you.
and she's talented when it comes to that. I do
Oh,
agree. And she's an awesome content
because
creator.
she's very manipulative. If she go and
It's
start a
YouTube.
movie,
Why?
I
How
would
you
watch
could be
that
very
movie because she's
manipulated?
a
Either
great
you click her
actress.
link or you don't click it. She's entertaining. She's not your girlfriend. She's not your wife. She's a YouTuber offering, giving you wine.
But she must stop
She
this
breaking
try.
stories.
She's destroying people's lives just to get money. She's greedy for money.
Where everybody does that,
She just
that
wants
is
people back.
monetized on YouTube.
You
Does
know
it to
what?
get a coin. So what is she doing so different?
Every I want people to start suing YouTuber that have put out false information. That is what people should start do. They should start sue them because why destroy somebody's life just to get back? Look, Cardi B is living her life. Yes, they can comment on it, but don't tell the girl how to live her life. It's her life. Life is short. Let she live her life. Let she do what she wants to do. She is rich. She's living her best life. Why judge her? Why criticize her? When you go and destroy somebody's life because they're more successful than you, that is called bad mind.
Okay, but let me say this. I don't think that Tasha K tried to destroy Cardi B's life. Let me put it in context. Someone she interviewed which said those things about Cardi B. So those things were said by another party. And of course, Tasha K ran with that. I don't think that Tasha K is trying to destroy Cardi B's life. Cardi B is a multimillionaire with the number one record in the country.
No, don't get me wrong. Look, it's not just Cardi. Look, Tasha K, I see Tasha K have a lot of people come on her channel, and when they come, she badmouth them, she drag them to kill. She's entertaining, yes, but does it pay to be mean? Does it pay to be mean all the time? You see, the rest of you impressive. Impressive is not nice. I'm not really a fan of her because she's like a Beyonce follower. So I'm not really a fan of her. But the thing is, she has some credible and some not time not credible. But she doesn't come off as this negative person. Lovely T.I. doesn't come off as this negative person. Tasha K is she's just negative and she's just fake. If she
well, Carla, how do you know all these things that she's negative and fake if you don't watch her?
Let me tell you, if I don't watch her, I see her videos now and then, and I have to shake my head and say, She's like Donald Trump. Only thing she's worse than Donald Trump. That woman needs to go and get a mental check.
I don't think that she's worse than Donald Trump, caller.
I don't think she's 100 in her head. I don't think she's 100. I think something is wrong in her head because she's greedy for other people's money. She wants to reach a million subs. She built up Storm and she so tear down Storm. Look how she set up Nick at Night with Storm and then try to destroy Nick at Night. The puppet. Nick at Night was a puppet as well. She was a puppet as well. And when she see that, Tasha K is trying to destroy her, she fall back because she see that Tasha K is very negative. Tasha K friend you, then she destroy you. It's only a matter of time before Storm fall in that same category.
All right. Well, thank you so very much for calling in, caller.
And she look now, if you become close, she will destroy you too. Remember that.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right now. Wow. But this is a thing though, when people criticize, they say, well, I don't watch her. But you said all the things about her. Well, I watch her sometimes. No, but if you say you don't watch her, that means, guess what? You don't watch her. But if you know these things, why do you watch her? It's because you, like everybody else, you entertained by it. It's like you are entertained by it. So if you say, hey, I don't watch her and this and this and this and this, oh, but I watch her well, that means you watch her. Sometimes that means you watch her sometimes. So if you have all this stuff to say, you shouldn't consume that content, but you consume it because you are entertained just like everybody else. I don't get on here and talk about why I don't watch this person. Listen, I watch a lot of people on YouTube and what's going on in America and also things that's going on in other worlds. So I watch content too, everywhere. I consume a lot of content. I watch a lot of content creators. So, but how did that sound? Well, it is. I still watch them. I may have a disagreement with them, but guess what? I'm still giving them a click and a view. I'ma still give them a click and a view. So and that's how these people make it, is because they break stories. Everybody had a moment. I remember they used to say, Wiley, you ain't gonna never get to 13,000. We almost at 14,000. Because you don't know what God has in store for me or what my talent is going to take me. But I will continue to be consistent and I will continue to grow. And people will say that they don't like Wiley. But if you keep commenting on the video, that'll let me know is you love disagreeing with Wiley. So when people say, hey, I don't like your show, and you commented every week, well, obviously you like some about the show because you watch it and you're commenting. So that's like something right there. So I have to just give my opinion when it comes to this situation. Now, we talk about a lot of stuff, but we give our opinion. And at the end of the day, we leave it on YouTube. That's it. I don't take this stuff, indulge it into my personal life. I just make an opinion about it. All right. So thank you so very much for the people that watched this show. Thank you to those that will watch the replay. This was awesome. This was great. Thank you to the callers that called in. I think this was awesome. Even if I don't agree with everything that you said, once you call that 646-716-8447 number, save it to your phone, because that is the Wiley Show number where you call into the show. Okay, that is the number where you call in. I did send everybody a text of when we go live. So if you wanted to be notified when we go live, I will post that number on the screen, because I did send everybody a text. Everybody that was on there got a text, and that number is 972-674-9462. Again, the number is 972-674-9462. With that number, I notify you when we go live. So if you want to be notified, that is the number. You just put notifications. If you got any celebrity gossip tea, any information, you can just send it to us, okay? We're on Instagram as well. So if you want to DM us on Instagram, then our Instagram is at Wiley Show. That's WILEYSHOW. Thank you so very much. I will see you all later. All right. Peace. That was good. We did a whole hour. That was good. Good show. All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessing.